So I woke up about 2:30 thinking, boys and girls, I just wanted to do a quick video for you crazy cats that are still fishing this time of year like I have been, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been an absolute struggle the last 6-7 sessions myself. Decided to fish a harder pit as well, which might sound bonkers to some, but no, this is more of a hats off to you guys and girls that are still on the bank. And a quick message on that, you know, don't beat yourself up. So I used to beat myself up a lot, and I remember, you know, years ago when I first started trying big carp fishing and learning the ropes, you know, I'd got the smaller species down to a T. Luckily enough to be chosen to fish for Suffolk, you know, so it mustn't have been too bad. But big carp fishing's always been a bit of a thorn in my side. For me personally, the last year has been incredible. You know, I've really sussed some key elements. So how I'm looking at this winter on this pit is I get to watch things. I get to watch the bird life, which can give you clues. I get to watch if there is any shows, although I think I've seen one show in the last 6 weeks personally. I did have a few weeks off fishing anyway because I just weren't really feeling it. But yeah, what I've done, if you're someone who's going to be focusing on one or two venues, what I've gone and done is took the time to do a bit of leading up as well. So I now know, you know, when I rock up to this lake and if it's absolutely packed, like 6-8 anglers is enough to make it feel packed, especially now because there's only one other crazy person on here. I know I've got a pick of swims all written down where the best spots are, where the soft spots are, where the hard spots are, where the clay is, where the silt is. I know exactly where that is. So if I rock up and I want to fish this particular lake or pit and there's so many people on here and I can't get in amongst the fish that may be showing somewhere, I can at least, as close as possible to the fish, on the best likely spot as well. And you know, that's going to serve you dividends if you're fishing against people that are new to the venue. So you've got new club members or new syndicate holders who are going to be learning the ropes as the weather is getting warmer. Well, you're one step ahead of it, right? That's the way I look at it. So, you know, as long as you're taking something away, and I've seen many creators as well, and you know, experts in the carp fishing, big carp fishing world, saying take the opportunity to put a bit of bait in. So maybe if you can try and, you know, fish a bait that, if you know a lot of other people are using, I don't know, sell, if you can start, I don't know, introducing a different bait and get the fish accustomed to that and feeling safe with that every time you go leave. I'm not talking loads of bait, you know, 10 boilies in a spot. You know, that just might help. So there's a few little takeaway points there. But if you're someone who's like, sod that, it's way too cold, you're absolutely bloody crazy, I equally take my hat off to you, because it takes, and don't take this the wrong way, I don't mean to be rude, but it takes a certain mindset and a certain, I would say, obsession to be still on the bank when it's like this. I mean, last night I've fished in some wind before, especially on the other pit, and I woke up about 2:30 thinking any minute the bivvy's going to rip or it's going to come flying out the pegs because the ground's so soft. You know, I've had a lot of rain and snow lately, sleet here. But anyway, this has turned into, as all my videos turn into a long babbly message, which most of you are probably swiped off by now. If you haven't, give this a like, because I'll at least know if people who actually watch my videos at the end. But today's tactics, I found a nice little juicy spot in this swim that I've only ever fished once before. It's a nice sharp shelf, lots of weed still abutting that shelf, and it goes down to 15 foot. It's a bit of a channel here, and I found a nice patch of silt, and I've only found so far definite good patch of silt. I've only found 2, and what I've actually done is on the south facing bank over there, where the wind is not affected too much, from watching the birds sit along there, and I'm thinking, I reckon they might be feeling slightly warmer there. So I've actually, because I've spent some time on the swim opposite and no one's there, I wouldn't be fishing over there if there was someone along that bank, but no one's there, because I've spent some time and know the depths and know how far markering up from that, I've actually gone and put a zig out, because I think the fish might just push up into the midday sun that we're now getting, maybe. Let's see. But all in all, you know, takeaway point is keep trying if you're trying. Don't expect. I think if you expect, then you lead to disappointment. I think so many people do that in life now. We expect. And I'm not judging, because I'm someone who's expected loads of stuff, but in life, but that's life, right? You just gotta enjoy it. I mean, just waking up this morning and that incredible sunrise, that was just like, yeah, that was breathtaking. Very cold this morning, but not frosty. But anyway, I hope that maybe you can take a point or two away from that. I don't know, but nonetheless, you know, we'll keep trying. Hopefully, for all you people that are dedicated to my channel, I'll be able to show you a fish soon. For me personally, like, I think I'm like 6-7 sessions deep in this now, and I will not be happy until there's a carp over the net, and I will do everything I can, try everything I can to make that happen. Can't force them, can we? But, you know, just gotta keep trying. So, anyway, once again, for all you guys and girls that are crazy like me, I wish you all the best for the rest of the winter, which is only a couple of weeks more time. Now we hit into spring.